If Pyros and Crips all got along, they probably got me down by the end of the song. Seem like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear drop, 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 drop.
Bruh, yo. So it's just funny how things work, right? Because like, so this dude Will Smith, he slaps Chris Rock, right? You know, that we all know about that shit. And then like, you know, a few minutes later, he goes up and gets his Oscar. You know what I mean? So it's just like, talk about timing, man. Talk about timing. Because here's the thing: had it went the other way around, I feel like shit would have been a lot. Okay, because imagine he got his Oscar and then he slapped. Because then at least he wouldn't have to go back up on stage. You know what I mean? But because he slapped him and then he has to go on stage, that shit was just damn. That just, I don't know. That must have made his night. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. I feel like if anyone has actually paid attention to the whole thing, Will Smith was fine with it, man. Will Smith was laughing at the joke. Then Jada is just like, you gonna let him talk to me like that? You know what I mean? That's why I cheated on you. You know what I mean? Because you're too weak to stand up for your wife. He's like, okay, I'll stand up for you. You know what I mean? So that's basically what happened. Anyone says anything different, if anyone thinks that Will Smith did that shit on his own free will, then you know nothing about the man. You know what I mean? You know nothing about the man. If you think he did that shit on his own free will, you know nothing about that man. So yeah, I mean, in terms of Chris Rock, bro, this man is chilling like a villain. You know what I mean? You know, if anything, this just gives him more material, man. This just gives him a lot more material to work with. And the problem with this whole thing is the fact that Will just thinks that he's bound to Jada. You know what I mean? This man is one of the richest men in Hollywood. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of ladies think he still has his good looks. You know what I mean? And he thinks he's bound to Jada of all people, bro. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I don't see what the mass appeal is. You know what I mean? So yeah, it kind of confuses me how this whole thing went down. But at the same time, man, you know what I mean? She was just controlling him like puppets on a string. We all know that. And yeah, think about it this way. I don't know if anyone here watches anime. I don't know if anyone here watches Naruto. I know a good amount of people do watch Naruto, but think about it this way. So in this instance, we all know about Sakura. We all know about her like obsession with Sasuke, and we all know about Naruto. So in this instance, Naruto is Will Smith. Sakura is Jada, and then Sasuke is Tupac. So basically, this is basically a scenario where Sasuke dies, so then Jada has to quote unquote settle for Naruto. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So now it's just like he has to spend, you know, his entire life. She's like, oh yeah, I didn't want you. I only had you. I'm only with you because Tupac died. You know, you're my second choice. So now you spend all this time trying to win her approval. This is why I always say, for guys out there, you know what I mean? And then he had a chance of Hinata. You know what I mean? He had Margot Robbie sitting in his fucking lap, bro. Dude, imagine having Margot Robbie sitting in your fucking lap and you choose Jada Pinkett Smith over Margot Robbie. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. We all have our own choice. We all have our own taste, man. But I'm just saying, I'm sure like 90% of the population would probably choose Margot Robbie, especially because at that time she was just known as, you know, the hot girl in Hollywood. But now she's like actually one of the top actresses in Hollywood. You know what I mean? She got nominated for a couple Oscars and some shit. So she's like, not only is she hot as fuck, but she also has like actual status in Hollywood now. So it's like, yeah, this is why I will say it. All these people investing in NFTs and stocks, buy low and then get it when it's, and then once you get it when it's high, you know, you're on top of the world. You're home free. So yeah, I mean, I think this man will. At this point, bro, if there wasn't another breaking point, this has to be the break. This has to be the breaking point where he's just like, you know what? You were the reason that I made this big spectacle by myself, because I was just gonna leave it alone. I was gonna let it be a joke, but because of you, I had to step in. And now everyone's clowning me. You know what I mean? This is supposed to be my night where I win an Oscar, and then you have to get all up in your feelings about being bald, and now I have to do this shit. You know what I mean? So that's what I would feel like if I was Will. I mean, if I were Will, I would have fucking left him a decade ago for Margot Robbie, if I'm being honest. But like, you know what I mean? It being Will Smith in this instance, I would say, if nothing else was the breaking point, this has to be the breaking point. A divorce better be filed within a year. You know what I mean? It has to happen, man. And I'll get more into that later on, but right now I'll say, for Chris Rock, I think, you know what I mean? He doesn't need the money. You know what I mean? His pressing charges most of the time is for money purposes. You know how much his fucking sales for because he's about to go on a comedy tour. You know how much money he's about to get in this next tour? Like his ticket sales are about to go through the roof, bro. Everyone's gonna want to know about, like, you know, like the whole incident. Everyone's gonna want to watch that shit just for that. You know what I mean? So all the money that you think he would have gotten for, like, you know, pressing charges, he's gonna get way more from those ticket sales, man. Way more. So I think my man Chris Rock is chilling. I mean, I think Will Smith apologized to him afterwards, like, you know, like in private. He didn't do it on stage, but I think he apologized to him in private, you know, at like the after party. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. But if they take away his Oscar for this shit, you know what I mean? There's a list of motherfuckers that they gotta take away. Like half of Hollywood is just full of, like, you know, creepy ass motherfuckers, bro. Like, Hollywood has a lot of fucked up people, man. If you're gonna take away Will Smith's Oscar for this, there's a lot of motherfuckers' Oscars who have to start getting taken away, man. A lot of motherfuckers, their Oscars better be fucking. You better raid their house. You better take that shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think this should be the breaking point. If this is the breaking point, however, this proves that the Academy is a money-grabbing whore. You know what I mean? Because they're only concerned with what happens to them. They think, oh yeah, this might affect. I mean, this actually affected them in a good way. Because no one gave a fuck about the Oscars this year if it wasn't for this. No one was watching the Oscars. What did we go to watch the Oscars for? To watch Billie Eilish win another award? You know what I mean? She got like, what, 7 Grammys, and then they snubbed her. They snubbed the living shit out of Beyonce, bro. Beyonce should have won that shit 1,000%. But all the Academy, just like the Academy and everywhere, like, you know, the Academy, like the Grammy sucks off Billie Eilish. Now the Oscars are doing that shit. So it's like, I don't know, like, I do think a lot of this shit is money driven, and this proves it even further if they take away Will Smith's Oscar. If they take away Will Smith's Oscar, we all know that this is all a money driven thing, because there's a lot worse motherfuckers in Hollywood that have Oscars. You know what I mean? And so if you take away his Oscar, it's just, I think that'll be an overreaction. Like I said, You're gonna have to open a lot of doors. You're gonna have to knock down a lot of doors if you want to take away Will Smith's Oscar. But yeah, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.